So, another final, our third of, well, it's basically our third of 6. It's DD2 and DD2 Masters. On the front row for the final is Nicolas Guillon. And thank you very much to Damien Allo for saying, telling me the correct pronunciation. It's Axel Hoos on the front row. Christoph Adams, well, what a weekend he's had to remember. Starts on the inside of the second row, P3. Alongside him will be Luca Neuenhausen. Jori Klebo and Rick van der Straat will be on row 3. Row 4, Carl Klebo and Dominic Hummels, with Mizan Kielstra and Nahed Fassot rounding up the top 10. Jesse Spans will be joined by Bas van Vlummeren on row number 6, with Imke Arts and Ronan Nassau on row 7. Kian de Brandt and Wim Rouleau round out row 8, with Niels Beuwer, Christophe Lessort, Ron van Weert, Douglas Knoll, and from the back of the grid, Sam Knopius unfortunately retiring on lap 5 in the pre-final. So 12 minutes plus an additional lap on the timer for that one. The red lights are once again ignited on the starting gantry as DD2 and DD2 Masters split. Head into the tram lines. Revs rise, lights are on. Lights are out, the finals underway. And into turn 1 we go. Christoph Adams has got through on Axel Hoos and just signals to Axel as if to say, well, what on earth was that? Well, there we go. Christoph Adams up into P2. As I said, he's still got many a magician's trick up his arm, up the sleeve of those race overalls he's currently sporting. But Nicolas Guillon leading the way. And we have got one off. That's Dominic Hummels at Chemin de Fer as, oh no, big incident that involves Luca Neuenhausen, Mario Fassot, and also one of the Lassaults. Now, I'm not too sure if it's Christoph or Ronan. Not 100% sure, but we're going to find out very, very shortly. So, it is going to be the case that now Dominic Hummel, yeah, it all happened. Oh, well, yeah, I'm looking at it. It was Christophe Lessort. So Lessort had contact with Neuenhausen, and Fassot was unfortunately caught up in all of that through no fault. But Christoph Adams still Well, that was Jordi Klebo, and now Father Carl gets through on Christoph Adams at the following corner. And Christoph Adams trying to fight back at Carl Klebo at that point through T1. So the rivalry is still very much there. So at the moment, with 9.5 minutes to go, well, Christoph Lassau and Luca Neuenhausen both out of the race. That's a real shame. Marek Lassau has still kept on going. So Marek will keep on pushing. We've seen Marek compete in previous rounds and has had the never give up attitude, and that just goes to show that you need a strong character in karting, and especially when, in some respects, wasn't a fault of Marek's at all. It's just an unfortunate incident that happens on an opening lap, and then some drivers' races. Well, yes, his spuns need to be very careful of the exit out of turn number 3. It looked like the right rear tyre was going grass cutting. Oh, dive up the inside, and that was late, and then some by Christoph Adams. Gets through on Carl Klebo, and that allows Rick van der Straat to get through, and someone else who's making their way through the field at the minute is Imke Arts, who has got someone else behind her at the minute. Can't catch who that was, but Imke Arts, which is having a good day. It works pretty well. So behind Imke Arts, that's Kian de Brandt. They are both running at the same team, Shepherd's Racing, and they are looking to get through on Carl Klebo. That's not easy to try and do. Of course, Carl's running a race within a race. So we still have 7 minutes and 7 minutes and 36 seconds left to go, plus an additional lap in this last race for DD2 and DD2 Masters for this event. Also update you on when the next respective events are for the Belgian Max Challenge and for Chrono Karting in the coming weeks and months, of course. But Nicolas Guillaume has a lead over Axel Hoos by just over 2.2 seconds. Jordi Klebo, Christoph Adams, Rick van der Straat, Carl Klebo, Imke Arts, Kian de Brandt, Bas van Vlimmeren and Jesse Spans round out the top 10. And Arts still trying to get through on Carl Klebo, dives deep into turn 6 at Chemin de Fer, and that has allowed Kian de Brandt to get through. But what that has also done is put Carl Klebo into the path of Bas van Vlimmeren, who's gone through at the exit of Escargot. Yes, Spans also trying to get through, and he tries for 2 for the price of 1, and he goes over the front, and Carl Klebo's off the circuit. Oh, and he's around. Carl Klebo just caught out. Well, not caught. He's going to be absolutely fuming after that one. Carl's the most mild-mannered man in the paddock that I know of, but something like that, yes, Spans went for a move. Carl Klebo went, well, I've got room on the right-hand side, and just literally had nowhere to go on that one. I mean, I'm just looking back that, well, oh no, well, he had Sem Knopfjes just behind him, and Carl's just, I don't know whether Carl's just had contact or just been absolutely fired off. The slightest amount of contact will push somebody off the circuit, and Carl Klebo was battling for a top 3 for DD2 Masters, and that's just been taken away from him in that respect. So it never is, when you've got these finite tolerances, when the closeness for proximity when it comes to karting, they are so finite, they are so minimal, But the slightest movement by a millimetre or two here or there, or maybe even 5 to 10, you know, can make things easy or it can make things ruddy difficult. So now we are down to 18 out of the 21 DD2 and DD2 Masters drivers. Christoph Adams has got a bit of breathing space at the minute because behind him he's got Rick van der Start, who now has Imke Arts on his rear bumper. Then there's Kian de Brandt. Jesse Spans has got Bas van Vlimmeren just behind. So between Christoph Adams, he's got 4 DD2 drivers. So that might give Christoph a little bit of breathing room at the minute. But then if they start passing, right, Mariembourg just keeping out of the way of Yuri Clevaux, who is running in third behind Axel Hoos and also Nicolas Guillaume. Guillaume has been leading every single lap that he's been on so far today. And it's been a day to remember for Guillaume. But Mariembourg moves out of the way. But with 3 minutes and 38 seconds still to go. Right. Rick van der Start. Oh, no. Well, was defending, and then there was a touch. Going through into turn 1 with Imke Arts immediately to the left-hand side. So whether Rick van der Start, I think van der Start might not have seen the fact that Imke Arts was pretty much alongside, and then there was contact. Imke Arts ends up going wide as a little bit of a result, so that allows Kian de Brandt to get through. So de Brandt gets through for what is now 6th on the road. Importantly, and is 5th in DD2. Just under 3 minutes to go, plus 1 additional lap. We've got 3 more races after this to conclude proceedings for this race meeting. So Guillaume has a lead over Hoos by 3, nearly 4 seconds. Yuri Clevaux rounds out the top 3. There's Christoph Adams, along with Rick van der Start, Kian de Brandt, Imke Arts. They ran at the top 7. Jesse Spans in 8th. Sam Knoppius in 9th. Bas van Vlimmeren rounding out the top 10. Unfortunately, 2nd in Masters. Ronan Nassau in 11th. Niels Bolo, Wim Rouleau, Dominic Hummels, Lisanne Kielstra, Don van Weert, Douglas Knoll, and Mariembourg rounding out the 18 drivers. Unfortunately, we lost Carl Clevaux on lap 5. Luca Neuenhausen and Christophe Lessot on the opening lap out of Chemin de Fer. So, Rick van der Start has got through and has got past Christoph Adams. Now it's the 2 Shepherds racing carts that need to work together. Well, Christoph Adams will not impede a teammate. Well, shouldn't impede a teammate. Oh, dearie me. We know Christoph can be the most self-centered individual, and he's got the 2 teammates from Shepherds Racing behind him. The thing is, they are gunning for positions, and now here we go up the inside. So Imke Arts gets through on Kian de Brandt, then gets through on Christoph Adams. That's exactly what they needed, and Christoph, okay, got a bit too close for comfort through turn 1. I will be honest with you. If I was Wesley, I would be, I'm sure that he can hear me right now. Wesley, I'm sure that you're biting your fingernails to the quick, which is probably pretty much the case. So we will have 3 laps to go as we are on to lap number 13 out of 15. 43 seconds on the timer remains, and with the opportunity that there was for both Imke Arts and Kian de Brandt to go after Rick van der Start. Well, that opportunity has unfortunately faded a little bit into the distance. And there goes Sem Knopfjes through on Christoph Adams. And yes, Spans also tried to get through. But the thing is now, Christoph Adams has got to start defending a little bit. Right. So, with 4 seconds to go, Nicolas Guillaume crossed the line. And we are on lap 13 out of 15. And at this point, the timer has expired. So, final lap of the DD2 and DD2 Masters final is underway. Guillaume leads by nearly 5 seconds ahead of Axel Hoos. Jordi Kleppel rounds out the top 3. Rick van der Straat, Imke Arts, Kian de Brandt and Sem Knopfjes ran at the top 7. Christoph Adams still holding on and has done so every single lap of this race. He is in the lead of the Masters classification, but through Chemin de Fer for the final time. Driver from SP Motorsport, Nicolas Guillaume, in 444, has done everything right. Not put a foot wrong all day long, and it's paid off handsomely. There's going to be celebration for SP Motorsport, but more importantly, it's the clean sweep this weekend. Pole position, heat win, pre-final and final for Nicolas Guillaume, who wins in dominant fashion. Axel Hoos rounds out second, Jordi Kleppel in third, fourth by a whisker at the flag. Rick van der Straat ahead of Imke Arts with Kian de Brandt. Sem Knopfjes, 14 places, gained to finish seventh. Ahead of Christoph Adams, the DD2 Masters class winner. Jesse Spans and Bas van Vlummeren round out the top 10. Wim Rouleau takes third in Masters and, more importantly, also 11th overall on the road. Dominic Hummels takes 12th ahead of Lisan Kielstra. Niels Böhler rounds out 14th. Marit Fassot takes 18th place, 1 lap down off of the leaders, and it should be Ronan Lassor, Tom van Weert and Douglas Knoll that will... It's Tom van Weert, Douglas Knoll and Ronan Lassor is going to be a lap down as well. Carl Kleppel out on lap 5, Luca Neuenhausen and Christoph Lassor out on the opening lap.